Hello everyone, Ranjita here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video in the Crafty December series. Today is day 3 in the series and the prompt is stencil. If you want to know more in detail about Crafty December, make sure you check out the video link in the description box below. Also, don't forget to check out the channel Upcycle by Manasa to see her take on the prompt. You will find the link to her channel in the description box below as well. Since the prompt is stencil, I thought it's a good time to try out the layered stencils. I'm going to show you how to make a simple, easy and quick card using the layered stencils. So let's get started. Like I mentioned, for today's project I'm going to use the layered stencils along with Distress Oxide inks. This stencil was sent to me by Mansa for the Crafty December. The stencil is from the brand Mudra. They have a wide range of collection in the layered stencils. They're very easy and versatile to use. All you have to do is just ink up the different layers, starting with the lighter shade ink first. And within no time you get a very realistic looking flower with just simple inking of different shades of ink. The best part of using stencils, unlike layered stamps, is that they already come with a mask along with the stencil. That is, when you have to ink up the leaves, you do not have to create a separate mask for the flowers to cover them up. You can just place the stencil directly on the leaf, on the flower, and you can ink up the leaves. Your flower gets masked, as you can see here. This is a very easy way. In case if you want to mass produce your images, also this is a very quick and easy way. As you can see here, first I am inking up the lighter shade of Distress Oxide first. I'm going with a very light hand and it's quite easy to do that. Once I am doing the lighter shade first, I will go ahead and place the second layer of the stencil on the back on the flower, and I will be inking up the second layer. Another drawback with layered stamps is that it is kind of difficult to lay the stamp back in the same position when you're placing the second layer of the stamp. But when it comes to stencils, it's quite easy because you can see through the first flower, and also it's quite very easy to align them back in the same way. So as you can see here, I am quickly putting the second layer of ink here onto my first layer of ink. Very quick, easy, and just within no time you get a very realistic looking flower. Now the second layer is done. I'm going to place back my stencil. Also, I would like to mention that I take a quick minute off the camera, and I prefer cleaning up my stencil with just a gentle tissue or a gentle wipe. This is for me to make sure that I do not accidentally smudge the ink while using the next layer. It doesn't really matter because when you're using Distress Oxide inks, there is a very less chance of ink seeping under the stencil, but I do not like to take chances, so I take a minute and just clean off the previous layer first. Coming to the last third layer, I do not have a darker shade of Distress Oxide. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a simple brush pen and I'm going to ink up this last layer with a brush pen. This is not the ideal way of doing it, but I didn't have a darker shade of red or bright red here. So I'm using a brush pen and I'm just inking up carefully. When using a brush pen, make sure you do not go too harsh on the stencil so that there is a chance of you to seep in your ink under the stencil. So just go with a light hand. So as you can see here, within few minutes you can make a very realistic looking flower. It is not just easy to ink this up, it is also very easy for you to mass produce the same image again and again just by using the same shaded inks. Now that I'm done with the flower, I will go ahead and use different shades of green and I will ink up the leaves. The leaves also come in different layers to give it a more realistic look. I do not have all the shades of Distress Oxides, but with whatever shades I have, I'm trying to layer them up from lighter shade first, and I'm going to try to make unique leaves. The best part of making flowers and leaves is that you do not require to have the most ideal shades. You can have flowers in different shades, so I'm just experimenting with the Distress Oxide shades that I already have. So as you can see, I'm repeating the same procedure that I have done for the flowers, and I'm layering my leaves again, and inking them up with a darker shade every time, and finishing my leaves. This was the first time I laid my hands on a layered stencil, and it was pretty easy and self-explanatory to use these stencils. In case if you have also tried using layered stencils, make sure to let me know your views about these stencils in the comment section below. I would love to know how you have used them. Once I'm done inking up the flowers and leaves, I'm quickly going and fussy cutting these leaves. As you can see here, I just want to leave a small tip for beginners in card making. If you have already been making cards, I'm sure you will know this. But while fussy cutting any image, if you want to get a very even, crisp image, you do not move the scissors. All you have to do is keep your scissors in the same position and move the paper instead of the scissors. This gives you very easy cut, and your image gets cut easily in all the nooks and corners without much difficulty. So as you can see here, I am not moving the scissors, but I am moving the paper. So my image is fussy cut here. I'm quickly going to make a card out of it. So here I have an A2 sized card folded in half, and in a shade of orange. I just wanted to go with the shade of the flower. Now for the sentiment, I have this stamp here. I'm just stamping this sentiment in black archival ink, and I'm cutting it into a strip here. I usually prefer making cards with generic quotes on it. That is, I do not usually use very specific quotes unless I am very sure for whom I am making it. I do not prefer the sentiments like happy birthday or happy anniversary. Rather, I prefer generic quotes like this, like sending happy thoughts or happy hugs, because that way I can stock up my cards, and every time I have an occasion or I need to send a cute card to someone, I have a card already in my stash. So this is just my way of making cards. Now that I have stamped my sentiment, as you can see here, I thought it was getting lost in the background. So I am quickly giving it matte with a darker shade of orange, or the shade of the cardstock that I have made my base with. I'm just meddling around and trying to layer it. So here, as you can see, I'm first going with the first layer of embossed flower here. The embossing folder is from Sizzix, and the first layer is this embossed folder. And then I have just cut out a frame in a contrasting blue to bring all this together. And then I'm placing the flower. I thought I would raise the flower a little bit, so I'm using double-sided adhesive behind this flower. That's it. Once I adhere my flower and sentiment onto the card, my card is almost done. So very easy and quick to make a card using these layered stencils. In case if you want, whenever you have time, you can make a bunch of these flowers, fussy cut them and keep it ready. So in case if you have to make a card or a tag in a rush, you have a pre-cut image ready, and all you have to do is assemble them into a card. So here my card is completely done. You can see the close-up images of the finished card here. I really liked how beautiful it turned out. Layering up the background, that is the embossed cardstock over and the frame, brought this card so much more beauty, and it all went so well together with the sentiment. I hope you liked this card. This was my take on the prompt stencils. I made this card using the layered stencils. I hope you liked this. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope I was of some inspiration to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. And don't forget to check out the entire playlist of Crafty December. I have the links in the description box below. Also do follow me on my social media where I share much more craft inspiration with you. The links are given in the description box below. Thank you.